We are at the 20th Anniversary Herb Festival in Sunset, Louisiana. We are celebrating 20 years of our festival, and the people are really coming in now. We're expecting over 5,000 today. We have various kinds of plants, herbs, irises, citrus trees, bougainvilleas, all sorts of plants for your garden and your yard. We have yard art. We have handmade jewelry. And we have some good stuff. It's called healthy, and you can lose weight and stay healthy and eat healthy. And we have one like that here today.
We have a tremendous crowd today. We're so proud of all of the people that are coming in, and the vendors have gorgeous stuff, beautiful flowers, and I would just love to have one of everything. This is our 20th year. It's really been wonderful. I just can't believe that we've already gone to 20 years. But time does fly by.
What are some of the highlights of what's being offered here today?
We have, of course, we have food. We have a catering service, Jim Olivier, and he's doing all of the catering. We have coffee, compliments of community coffee, and we have all kinds of crafts, and I mean just beautiful yard art, just everything you can ask for.
I've been here since the very first Sunset Herb Festival. It's always a wonderful day. They've got beautiful plants. They've got really unique plants that you can't find anywhere else. People are friendly. It's just a great place to spend a Saturday.
So you've been coming every year for 20 years?
I have. It has grown so much since the first year. The first year there were maybe one or two rows of vendors, and not a lot of people, and the same vendors are here every year. They must like it. They must be treated right. It's just a great event. This is an orchid tree. As you can see, it blooms these clusters of white flowers. They're unusual. I've got several at my home, but this is the first one that I've had that has this unusual bloom to it. So I had to get it.
Plant lots of plants. I've killed a lot, but I try new things all the time, and there's a lot of exciting plants out there. These are two different varieties of hostas. They're perennials. They complement ferns really nicely for your shade garden. Die down in the winter, come back early in the spring. And they do bloom too. They put up spikes with bell-shaped flowers on them. I like these plants because they grow in shade, and they're different colors too. I have a variegated one, and it's blue toned one. And there's not a lot of color that you can get for shady areas. So it's more subtle. You have to be you have a more subtle shade palette. This is a great festival. I like it because it's a one-day festival. You can come, sell your plants, and go home. You don't have to come back the next day. And the buyers are very enthusiastic, and they're always looking for new things here. I can say that it is getting much larger than the first year I came, and there's a lot more people.
We have quite a different variety of herbs. We have one of our favorites is the Mycena geraniums. This is a rose-scented geranium, which is a beautiful rose-scented scent, and makes kind of an inconspicuous flower, but is very pretty.
What are the advantages of having this around your house and your yard?
For the scent is wonderful. If you have it by a doorway or a garden path, as just people pass by it, the scent is just, you can smell it in the air all around you.
Yeah. And tell us what else you have to offer here.
Well, we have different types of parsley. We have the, this is a curly parsley. We also have the flat leaf parsley. And we all have the English lavender, which is a little difficult to grow if you let it stay too wet, but it does wonderful in pots.
What are the advantages of it, and why do they call it English?
The English lavender has just a different scent than some of the other lavenders, and it's the one that's used most in perfumes and soaps.
What do you think of this festival?
I love it. This is our 19th year participating.
How has it grown over the years?
Very much. It's grown every year. It's gotten better and better.
What's the best part of having herbs around your house?
The history and the fun to share with the children. I love sharing that with the grandchildren. We have 17 grandchildren, so they really enjoy learning about them.
We have handmade yard art here. This is made out of PVC pipe. It will never rust, it will never rot. Very colorful, beautiful in the yard, beautiful next to a pool. Can be mounted to a wooden fence. Some of our pieces, the woodpeckers or the butterflies. Great accent for your yard.
How did you get the idea to do all this?
Actually, it wasn't my idea. They've been around probably 15, 20 years. I had seen one in Florida, got the idea. A friend of mine kind of dared me to figure out how to do it, and one bird led to the next, and it just exploded from there.
Tell us about the butterfly.
The butterfly, this is out of PVC pipe, and this can get mounted to a wooden fence, a wooden mailbox post, or even a tree trunk. And it's color on all sides. We had seen one done, and I got dared to try and figure it out. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I had to figure out another bird, another butterfly. We even started doing fish, and we're trying to start up and doing some crosses.
How long does it take you to do something like this butterfly?
Well, the butterflies probably run me about 3.5 to 4 hours. Our large egrets and flamingos run 7.5 to 8 hours. Just depends on the piece, how much detail is in it.
What do you think of this festival here today?
This is, to tell you the truth, this is my first time here, and I am amazed. All the people, all the vendors, got some beautiful stuff, some beautiful plants, great artwork. It's wonderful.
I've really been painting for as long as I can remember, and I'm usually called the swamp artist. I do dog portraits also, but I paint on saws, I paint on saw blades, I paint on passe-partout, and on wood, and paint just about anything I can try.
Tell us what you're holding in your hand right now.
This is a swamp picture that I found. One of my friends, Greg Gerard, he's a world-known photographer, and he's part of this basin thing, and he's the one that encouraged me to paint swamps. So I like it because it's peaceful and it's quiet. And when they buy my paintings, I want them to think that way.
Tell us about the saw.
The saw comes from Texas. My daughter was in an antique shop in Texas and bought the saw. And when I went for Christmas this last year, I picked up both. I have two of them like this. I haven't painted on the other one yet. And well, I have a friend that cleans them for me, and I put this coating on both sides to protect it. And then I put white gesso, and then I find one of the pictures that I like, and I paint it. It's a little bit harder to paint on this saw, on saws, period, because it's not like a canvas where it gives. This one, if you press too hard, it'll make a ridge. So you have to kind of pat it down as quickly as possible. But I love doing it. I've tried everything I could think of. The saws are the easiest sometimes if you got a good picture.
What do you think of this festival?
I think it's great. People come out and they have a good day. We have a beautiful day, beautiful weather. God has provided us with that. And it's a wonderful day because everybody comes around to really look and see what we have. I mean, it's a wonderful place. And they set you up. The people set you up and they take you down usually. So you have hardly no work involved. You just have to put your pictures up. So it's wonderful. They got a really great food court. So it's a wonderful place.
I'm from Lafayette, and I came to the Plant Fest today to buy this beautiful plant.
What kind of plant is it?
I have no idea, but it's beautiful. It's got this green and purple and beautiful blue kind of violet flowers on it.
So where's that plant going?
It's going in the yard somewhere. We'll find a spot for it.
What do you think of the festival?
I think it's incredible, just the variety of plants and the quality and the number of folks and vendors out here. It's fantastic.
We came out to the Sunset Garden Festival for all the beautiful, unique plants. We're big gardeners out from San Francisco Bay Area, moved down here to Youngsville. This is Alden, my son. He's 4 years old. And this is Ruby Rose back here. And
what do you hold in your hand there?
This one's a Kufia.
What is that?
It's a perennial. It's semi-deciduous, and it's quite invasive, actually.
What's the difference between growing plants in Louisiana and in the San Francisco area?
Well, the Bay Area is a lot more forgiving because of the climate. You're not going to have such a huge temperature drop in the winter right by the ocean and under the redwoods. So we get to grow avocados and things like that out in California, but down here, zinnias and sunflowers can grow forever. Tomatoes and peppers.
And you got quite a bit in your wagon there.
Yes, sir. My husband, he loves me. And so I say, hey, I don't get my nails done, I don't do my hair done, but get me some plants and I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, we got some flowers here, and I got some of the other flowers there to get the bees in that working in the garden there, pollinating and stuff like that. And we're visiting the people around here. I got my family with me, and we enjoying the scenery over here. And it's a beautiful place, and it's nice, and it's a beautiful day, and meeting people and talking to them. And they got all kind of stuff out here. It's unbelievable how people got creation to build stuff and plants and everything, you know.
You gonna come back next year?
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep coming back because it's awesome. You meet people and see all kind of new things that come out, the creation, you know, what people really have. And there's one coming with a crawfish nets right there. He still ain't caught nothing right there, you see.
We have a new nonprofit person participating with us today. It's called Dreams Come True, and they grant wishes to children who are 8 years to 18 years old and who have a catastrophic illness.
I am always pleased to see this activity takes place. This is their 20th year, as no doubt someone has told you. And it is a wonderful occasion where we get people from all over the state and even some neighboring states to come in and visit. And the Garden Club affords us an opportunity to showcase that wonderful community that I was talking about earlier.
It's tremendous. They just overwhelming.
My reaction is, wow, I'm so happy. People have been coming in since 7 o'clock this morning. I've been here since 6.
If people have questions like more information for next year, what should they do?
They can go to our website, sunseturbangardenfestival.com.